Hey guys, Nary here from DrakeWingGaming. Some of you knew me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Yes, I know it's been a hot minute, but I'm glad to be back with another episode of Psychic Connections. Holiday hours have been ramping up where I work, and I've been having a hard time finding time to do some recordings. But I've got another one coming at you today, so don't worry, sit back and enjoy. And let's start furring things up. Maybe. Quick save. Hey, there we go. Alright. I hope you weren't waiting long. Ran as fast as I could, though I see you've already met Elliot. Hopefully he hasn't made you too uncomfortable. That's ridiculous. I'd never make anyone uncomfortable. Really. Because I recall a certain musclehead also decked you for coming on too strong. The art of flirting is all about timing and targeting. You have to recognize who won't appreciate it, and who will. Elliot rubs his tail against my leg one more time before drawing it back to his side. The panther's attention finally shifts off of me and back to Zoe. But enough about me, Zoe. It's so good to see you. I had no idea Mason was a friend of yours. We met today at campus. I am his resident assistant. Right, you always are busy with those extracurriculars. I hope you at least had a good time visiting with your family before coming back. No. It was okay. I might tell you about it some other time. The two of them look towards me briefly, and it suddenly feels like I'm intruding on a private conversation. I'm not even sure how to break the ice on this sudden awkwardness. Luckily, due to a wolf in shining slacks coming to my rescue, I won't have to. I see you both are here already, though I don't recall Elliot being invited to our little get-together. Oh, you wound me, Aiden. Here I thought we'd become good friends. Come on, Aiden. What are the odds that Elliot wasn't going to be here? I agree, though I still think he should probably return to behind the counter. I'm still unsure what kind of establishment you're trying to run, but your employees are liable to slack off if they keep seeing their boss engaging in chit-chat more often than work. Sorry, Ellie, the grump is having a bit of a rough day. The large panther sighs before removing himself from his seat. He motions for the other two to go ahead while he trudges back towards the counter. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? Sorry, I just have a bit of a headache. It's just easier for me to keep my head on within a smaller crowd. Uh-huh. I'll apologize to him later. You have to forgive Aiden. He's an introvert. Aiden simply chuckles at this while the panda continues to explain away his rudeness. Today was just exhausting for him after being around all the people from the club fair, so it's just better for him to be around less people so he can recharge. I guess I can understand that, though I'm not sure why you'd want to get coffee then. I value a routine, and we get coffee every Monday and Friday. Regardless of how I'm feeling, I have no desire to deviate from that. He gets pretty anal if something knocks him off schedule. But enough about Aiden. Tell us about you, Mason. Okay, anything specific you want to know? What's your zodiac sign? Really, Zoe? We're starting with astrology? We can't all be a skeptical Aquarius like you. That's why you have your favorite Aries friend to balance you out. Aiden simply rolls his eyes at this, and they both look at me as if waiting for me to answer. I'm not overly into astrology, but I'm pretty sure I'm a Cancer. Not that there is much to be interested in. It's all just nonsense appeal to tribalism, the incessant need to belong to a group. It's not even remotely scientific, yet some people still put stock in it like it's the gospel. There was a guy I met my sophomore year that lived exclusively through his horoscope readings. If only you spoke this passionately all the time, then people might not think you're such a stick in the mud. Unlikely, I'm reminded constantly by one of my employees of how much of a drag he is. Surprised by the sudden addition to the conversation, I turn to see Elliot looming over me with Aiden and Zoe's drink orders. He looks down at me with a smile warmer than the coffee he's serving. Yes, well, I'm sure you know how much I value the individual opinions of that particular employee. Well, if you tried a bit harder, you others might hold a better opinion of you. I'd rather not project a false image when I'm supposed to be spending my time in leisure. I spend enough of my time doing that for business affairs. Business affairs? I'm frequently negotiating deals with several affiliates of my father's company in the local area. though I also consider any involvements at the university to be a business affair, as it's a matter of maintaining a public image. The gears in my brain are trying to process what Aiden is saying, but it seems a bit beyond me. So, you have a job alongside school. Aiden's father is the CEO of a major tech corporation. He just runs point for a lot of the contacts around Elmwood. Wow, so if you've already got such an important job, why even go to college? Because my grandfather was one of the earliest graduating classes from Elmwood. My father followed in his footsteps, and I'm doing the same. After getting a degree, I intend to transfer to an Ivy League school for my higher education. It's impressive, and I really can't help but be a little jealous. This wolf really seems to have it all figured out. Meanwhile, I'm just running around without a clue of what I'm doing. Though the more I talk with Aiden, the more that princely vibe I got before shifts towards an entitled tone. Uh-oh. So, Mason, I've got a slightly more intrusive question. I'm currently working on a bit of a theory. Sure, go for it. Are you gay? Oh, that's, pretty out of nowhere. What is this theory for? Don't worry about that. It's just a harmless curiosity, really. I've got a theory myself that Zoe might be into me, but I guess this is the golden ticket to make things clear on that front. I am, though I'm a bit curious what this theory of yours is. Huh, what are the odds? Sorry if that was too personal, though I won't lie that I'm excited to have another gay friend. She laughs this off, though I get a bit curious looking over to the wolf to my right. Do I even dare ask? I must have been looking at him for too long because Zoe answered the question that was on my mind. Aiden's gay too, if you're wondering, and hopelessly single. Oh, that smirk on her face. Zoe, that's not at all appropriate. Oh, please, Aiden, it's the 21st century. Sexuality shouldn't be such a taboo conversation. Besides, isn't honesty the best policy in business? That's quite rich, considering. Fine, for being completely transparent, I am indeed bisexual. I'm hopelessly single, as Zoe puts it, because I've never considered romance a priority. Not that she'd understand, given she's never been outside of a relationship since I've known her. The two begin to bicker excessively over their romantic conquests, or lack thereof. Aiden said before that they'd known each other for years, and I can't help but question how they couldn't have possibly tried to kill one another in that time. Thankfully, the argument eventually ends thanks to an interjection by Elliot. Hey gang, as much as I appreciate your business, I need to close up a little early today. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to need you all to pack it up. Oh, that's alright. Is everything okay? Yeah, I just got to get some things from my ex. You know how it is. Right, well, if you need anything, just let us know. Of course. And thanks for stopping by. Mason, it was very nice meeting you. I hope you come back again sometime. Definitely. I didn't get to try one of those mini cakes you have on display, so I'll be back for sure. I'll hold you to that then. Take care. The Panther then returns to cash register with Aiden following him to pay for the drinks. Zoop! Hey, listen, this was kind of fun even though it ended up running a bit short. Me and Aiden actually needed to split it in a little while anyway, errands and all that. Seriously though, if you ever need anything, just let me know, especially if you want to hang out again. Sure, I wouldn't be opposed to that. The two of us exchange numbers before shuffling out of the cafe. Aiden and Zoe get in a very nice car and wave goodbye before driving away from the university. I look behind me and take in the cafe for another moment before taking my leave. I'm definitely tired after today, and my cozy bed beckons me home. The walk back to the dormitory turns out to be quite brisk. Elliot's coffee must have put a pep in my step, because in no time at all, I'm back in my room. The first thing I do is collapse into my bed. The cozy linen sheets embrace me like a newborn, cradled by the support of a cheap mattress. Dreamland awaits me. Uh-oh. Why is my phone going off? Oh, God. Hey, Mason. It was pretty cool having coffee with you. I was wondering if you're free tomorrow, considering cashing in on paying for your coffee. Oh, God. I didn't realize the coffee came with a sturdy enough price tag to warrant Zoe whisking me away. I have half a mind to tell her off, but getting into an argument with my RA new friend shortly after getting here wouldn't exactly benefit me. I don't currently have plans. Hopefully I won't regret this. Awesome. How about we meet at the cafe tomorrow? I was thinking around noonish. Sure. Sounds good. I sent a confirmation message and set my phone to the side. I may be going to the cafe with Zoe, and Aiden will become a regular thing for me. Though I could have sworn that Aiden had said they only went to the cafe on Mondays and Fridays. Aiden seemed pretty cool at first. I'm sure he's not a bad person, but he seems a bit excessively posh. Though I still can't help but respect his focus. He really seems like he has everything worked out. Meanwhile, I'm just floundering as I try to figure things out. I begin to toss and turn in an effort to regain a comfortable position. My brain has been turned back on and is now just replaying the events from earlier today. Quinn was quite the energetic bunny, but I'm not sure if I can keep up with him all semester. He definitely strikes me as a handful and a half. The cafe was surprisingly nice, and Elliot was very sweet. I'm not sure how I felt about his flirting, though. I'm even less sure if he was being serious or if he was just teasing me. I need to get these random thoughts out of my head and get to sleep. There will be plenty of time to think about boys in school tomorrow. Oh no! Just 5 more minutes, Mom. It was futile the moment my phone began going off. As much as I want to return to the wondrous dreamland I was in before, the accursed sounds from my phone forced me into this horrible and grogging reality. The disappointment I feel is insurmountable when I see that it's just Zoe texting me a reminder that I'm supposed to meet her at the cafe today. Considering that it's still a few hours away, I really think I could have done without the reminder. My alarm isn't set to go off for another hour or two. Unfortunately, I'm awake now. My head is buzzing with enough activity that I know I won't be falling back asleep. I guess I should be thankful she sent a text instead of letting herself into my room to remind me. Not that I was likely to forget. I've got another class this evening, but I didn't have any plans beyond that. With a few more hours to kill, I guess I've got time to do something before I go meet with Zoe. I could check out the gym. It might be worthwhile seeing what they have in case I find my motivation to exercise. Plus, there's bound to be some kind of eye candy. Oh, hell yeah. I could also just head to the cafe early. I could probably sneak in a conversation with Elliot while also getting a dose of caffeine in my veins to wake me up. Although I could also be less proactive and just stay in my room and play on my phone for a couple hours. Might even be able to sneak in some more sleep if I try hard enough. Definitely not going back to sleep. Gym or cafe? Gym or cafe? I would never exercise without drinking coffee first, so the cafe it is. Thinking about it, I didn't get to talk with Elliot very much. Plus, the coffee was pretty good. What the hell? Nothing wrong with going there a little early. As I move towards the door, my hand reaches out towards my jacket, but then I recall how hot it was yesterday. I'm probably better off without it. I made the walk to the cafe quick. As it turns out, there was a chilly breeze today, so the less time I spent outside, the better. I probably should have taken my jacket, although it wouldn't be so bad if the cafe wasn't closed. I didn't think it would be closed, but maybe that's what I get for not checking their hours of operation first. I feel another cold breeze blow by me. A chill creeps up my spine. Should I just leave and come back later? Mason? I turn to the sound of the voice to see a familiar cat standing before me. In this one moment, he's my knight on a white horse with the key to a warmer salvation. I was hoping to get some coffee. I didn't realize you weren't open yet. Is that all you were here for? He sends a strange glance my way before reaching into his pocket to pull out a small key. The panther then slides past me towards the door, his tail brushing against me as he passes. The larger cat fumbles with the lock while I stand beside him and watch. Now that I'm this close to him, though, I realize he smells sweet, like honey and maple. There we go. The door swings open and Elliot moves into the cafe, motioning for me to follow. Thankfully, the inside of the cafe is much warmer than the outside. So, what can I get for you? I'll be getting muffins and donuts started, and I can make you almost anything to drink. I'm not really sure. Whatever's sweetest, I suppose. Alright, I'll have that ready in a jiffy. Elliot heads behind the counter into the back. I hear a lot of clattering of metal before he returns to the front, apron in hand. He grabs a small cup off the shelf and flips a switch on the top of one of the coffee makers. The smell of cocoa quickly fills the air, accompanied by the soft whirring of the machinery. Elliot looks at me while he makes my cup, his eyes never averting from my own gaze. Don't you need to look at what you're doing? Heh, no. I've got pretty good at this. After a few years, it becomes muscle memory. Plus, I've got something I'd rather be looking at. There he goes flirting again. Is he actually trying to start something with me, or is he just teasing? Here you go, on the house. Elliot slides a small cup on the table, the smell of which forms a harmony of cocoa and caramel. At the top is a thin layer of foam forming the shape of a heart. Oh! I have to get back to the oven. Be sure to let me know how you like it. Alright, it's about time to stop. Alright, well, we're going to quick save. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm enjoying this. This is a good game so far. Apparently, this is my channel now. First-person shooters and fucking furry dating simulators, but I'm okay with that. I know my audience. My audience is mostly furries, so I am completely fine with that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that little notification bell. And until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!